Nick Jonas recently said that
Good
the
old
Disney Channel games was like Love Island on crack. Do you agree with this statement?
What? What's up, everybody? I'm Corbin Bleu.
And I'm Lucas Grabeel. We're here at Fan Expo Canada 24.
And today we're going to be putting each other in the Disney Channel hot seat. Lucas, why don't you take us away, my friend?
All right, got some questions for you.
Okay.
Your favorite High School Musical film says a lot about you. Rank HSM 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, exactly. Majority of the people, I would say, they're a fan of the second film. However, for me, it was number 3. And I feel like all the time that we spent together, traveling the world together, experiencing this incredible thing and forming these bonds, these friendships, I feel like it all really came to a head, and we had that culmination at the end with the third film. We had the biggest budget on the third film, and I feel like those musical numbers were the biggest and loudest and most biggest spectacle out of all of them, for sure. So I would be 3 for me, and then I know that most people, their favorite is number 2. But I feel like I'm gonna have to say 1 because the opposite. The first one was that initial experience. It was eye-opening. Yeah. It was
hard to beat the original.
It's hard to beat the first.
Yeah.
And then number 2 would be my third. But I Don't Dance is my number 1 favorite song, and that's from the second one. So come say come sa.
I would say, as far as like movies go, 1, 2, and 3.
Right in order.
Yeah, right in order.
Nice.
Yeah.
Solid. Disney is notorious for filming crossover episodes of hit Disney Channel shows. If you could do a crossover film with High School Musical and any DCOM, which film would it be?
Ooh. Well, I don't know if it's just because you're sitting here, and I don't know if it's because we're in Toronto, but I would say jump in. You know, another thing, because your real life dad played your dad in both High School Musical and Jump In.
Right.
So that would be a cool...
I mean, he's really the link in all of it.
He's the link.
We have to get my dad to come in and do the crossover episode.
Come on, David. Oh, speaking of which, you filmed Jump In right here in Toronto. So I've got to know, what was the double Dutch training like for you and Kiki Palmer?
So...
Because you guys were incredible.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We trained for like a month.
I'm not surprised.
And we actually trained here with the national, they call it skipping here, not jump rope, with the national skip team that they were the champions at the time. So and it takes a while. I've always laughed that I feel like, especially in my teenage years and early 20s, I kept doing film after film where I had to learn all of these different skill sets between High School Musical with basketball and then with baseball, and then Jump In with the boxing and the jump rope. And then I also did a motocross film. And it was like constantly having to learn all these things. But to this day, I'm surprised at myself. I still do know how to double Dutch.
Well, that's amazing.
So thank you to the Canadian skip team. High School Musical 3 was originally supposed to be Haunted High School Musical. How much did you know about this?
Whoa. Wow.
Did I just bring you back?
Blown away. I remember Bill Borden, the executive producer of all the High School Musicals, telling me there was a possibility. I think it was after it was already nixed, but he was like, yeah, we did have an idea of it being kind of a haunted, spooky
musical
thing, which
I'm happy that we didn't go in that direction.
I'm really happy that didn't go. I feel like if that was what we were gonna do, that would have been another interim movie, and we would have to have a High School Musical 4 to be the senior year. Because you have to have it all culminate in senior year.
Yeah,
but
that's one of those that it would have been like a fun little side interstitial.
Right. Yeah. Maybe we do a short film.
A short film. Yeah.
This one's fun. Nick Jonas recently said that the Disney Channel games was like Love Island on crack. Do you agree with this statement?
What?
I don't know what he's saying. I don't know why he's... I've never seen Love Island, so I don't know.
But what it really was like Love Island on crack.
Okay, yeah.
So I have a story for you. So I actually did watch the most recent season. Sasha and I watched the whole season of this recent Love Island. And there is a moment where there's a couple and they're chilling out in the pool and they're making out, and one of the other Love Islanders looks out and goes, "It's like High School Musical."
No way!
I swear to you.
Well, maybe that's where Nick Jonas got it from.
That's probably where he got it from. Yeah.
Well, I remember the Disney Channel games as just being hot and sweaty and muggy because we were in Orlando, right?
Yes, we did shoot at Disney World.
And I was just worried that everyone, like, I was being like Papa Bear, and looking at all these kids just sweating, and I'm being like, make sure we get waters for everybody. We don't want anyone dehydrating and fainting.
I feel like Nick's experience probably was completely different because the Disney Channel games for me was my first time at Disney World, and my entire family went.
Oh.
So I don't think the Love Island experience with my family would necessarily be the right metaphor.
Your mom would have not allowed that to happen.
All right, do you think Ryan could survive if he were in Return to Halloween Town?
Wow, that's interesting. I mean,
you were in both films.
Yeah, so I mean, one, it would be cool to play both characters in the same movie. Funny enough, in the third Halloween Town, which was my very first movie ever, I wore hats in almost every scene. And the same costume designer did High School Musical. And so after Halloween Town, we were like coming back for doing High School Musical, he was like, you know, Lucas, you look great in hats, and you know, Halloween Town was its own thing, but I really think Ryan should be wearing hats in every single scene. And I was like, I am so on board with it, let's do it. A lot of people come up to us and ask us, why was the outfit swap in I Don't Dance so symbolic?
Of course, there are so many people that
so many theories
read into it.
Yep.
And are really wonder, is that just because that Ryan and Chad were secret lovers?
Yep.
Ultimately, it was Kenny Ortega who had the on-the-fly idea at the moment.
So last minute.
Just last minute. We were sitting there. We were actually I think we had already done a take.
Yeah.
Of that scene, and then he did his usual switch outfits. And I remember
switch shirts.
And switch shirts, and I remember doing that like right there. Like we didn't even go back to the trailer or anything. We literally just stood up and changed. And his concept of it was that now you've both come to an understanding, and the gap has now been bridged.
Yeah.
But you know, the fact that I Don't Dance already within the lyrics has so much innuendo.
Yeah.
I think that really just was the nail in the coffin.
Literally, it was just the line in the sand was drawn, and we were just messing it up to be like, hey, there's no good side, and there's no bad side. The theater kids and the sports the jocks can be all on the same team. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
Yeah. All right. To wrap it up, so we're here at Fan Expo Canada. What's it been like to meet these fans all of these years later and do it in this way of being at Expo?
Well, first of all, so excited to be here in Canada. I love Toronto. We did film Jump In here. My wife is from Toronto, so I'm here all the time. I'm meeting these fans that have been fans for now, you know, since the original came out in 2006.
Yeah.
And some of them that either have come to maybe our concert that we did here in Toronto at the Rogers Centre, or have said that they've always wanted to be able to come and to be able to meet, but there's just never been an opportunity.
Hearing from them is just, it always puts things into great perspective. To know that, like, yeah, you know, we do the job and then we think it's over, but it lives on, and it lives on through them, and be able to meet these people that have kept it alive all of these years, it's everything.
Shall we go do the convention?
Let's do it!
Love you, bro.
Love you.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here, and don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.